Hey Tom girls, it's your girl Veri Keri. So I will be sharing 3 inexpensive natural feminine washes. 2 of the recipes I will be sharing here on this channel, Tommy's Online, and the 3rd recipe I will be sharing on my other channel, Veri Keri. The first wash I call Funky Fresh. This is because the ingredients smell so funky, but it leaves you feeling oh so fresh. Now, this particular recipe only requires 2 ingredients, and that is vinegar and water. Now, you have 2 options when it comes to vinegar. You can use either the white distilled vinegar, or you can use the apple cider vinegar, and this is an organic apple cider vinegar by the company Bragg. And then the other ingredient is distilled water. And again, if you don't want to purchase distilled water, you can just make purified water by taking filtered water at home and then boil it to kill any, bacteria, and then you'll have purified water. Now, the supplies that you'll need a measuring cup, you'll need some measuring spoons, a small funnel, going to need a squeeze bottle. You can get this from Walmart for 98 cents. Then you're also going to need a Sharpie, so that you can write, what it is in the bottle. If you want to get extra fancy, this is optional. You can make labels, and you'll just need regular copy paper and cut out a piece of clear contact paper that you can pick up from the Dollar Tree. So I poured in 8 ounces of water into my measuring cup, and I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of the apple cider vinegar. Now you can do 1 to 2, but I would start off with 1 and see how that works. And if you want to add another scoop, you can go ahead, but first start out with 1. Then you're going to just pour the solution into your bottle, screw on your cap, and you're going to just shake it up. Then you would just take your marker and write what it is in here. You just write feminine wash, apple cider vinegar, and water solution. Or if you want to get fancy, you would go ahead and attach your paper label and then just peel off the backing on this clear contact paper and put it over top of this label so that it won't get messed up if it gets wet. And also, if you want to be extra fancy, you could print out another label and put the ingredients or the recipe on the back. Now, this natural feminine wash is great because it is so simple to make. It's very inexpensive. It's 1 cent to 4 cents for every 8-ounce batch, depending on which vinegar you use. It also mimics the pH of your vaginal region. It's very close to it, and especially when you dilute it a little bit, so it will not upset the pH balance. It's also gentle and safe enough to use every day, and it's great, absolutely great at getting rid of odors. Compare this wash to the well-touted natural feminine wash Honey Pot, and the Honey Pot for a 6-ounce bottle of the Honey Pot natural wash is $13.99. And if you look at the ingredients on the back, the first ingredient is water, and not too far down is apple cider vinegar, amongst a few other things. Now, you don't need all of those ingredients in order to cleanse your vagina and get all of the, odor and bacteria out of it. You just need these 2 simple ingredients. So again, it goes to show that natural does not mean you have to spend a lot of money. Now, although the solution is going to stink a little bit when you use it, it does not leave a vinegar scent on your body. So you're going to take your wash rag. First, you're going to rinse off really well. If you have not seen my vagina hygiene basic video, click on that link in the bottom below, and it shows you in detail step on how to clean your vagina. But again, after you rinse thoroughly in the shower first, you're going to take your washcloth. You don't want to saturate the entire washcloth because you don't want to unnecessarily waste your solution. You're going to put your 2 fingers in here and kind of get an area that you can wet, saturate that area, and then cleanse and wipe out your vagina. After you finish cleaning everything down, you're going to rinse off with just plain water. Rinse everything off, and you are good to go. Then you're going to just continue with the routine that I taught in the hygiene video. Now, this next recipe I call Naturally Fresh. So again, this is another 2-ingredient recipe. As you can see, all of them start off with distilled water. Again, you can make purified water at home. And for this one, we're going to be using pure Castile Soap. And this is the brand by Dr. Bronner's. They come in various sizes, but you want to get the unscented, the baby unscented one, because it's always best to get unscented, and if you need to add anything to it, add something to it. And the supplies you're going to need, again, are a measuring cup. You're going to either need a old bottle of a foaming soap wash, and you're going to wash that out really good, boil it, disinfect it so that you can have it really clean, or you can just use a little bottle that you can get from Dollar Tree as well. And I'll tell you the advantages and disadvantages of using a bottle versus the foaming wash bottle. You're going to need your measuring spoons, a funnel, a pair of scissors, and your labels if you want to make labels. And as with all of our recipes, we start off with our 8 ounces of water, and to it we're going to add anywhere between 3 to 4 teaspoons of the Castile Soap. And what I like about this particular recipe, this is the only recipe that I'm sharing that actually lathers. So if you're a person that likes a lather, you don't feel clean unless you're lathering up, this is probably the recipe for you. Okay, now I'm going to pour the mixture into the bottle. Next, we're going to apply our labels. I printed off a label on just regular paper, and I used clear contact paper from the Dollar Tree so that we can put over top of the label and it not get ruined when it gets wet. And a quick tip on how I made these labels, I took this little foam pump from Walmart, and originally it had this sticker on the front of it. I just peeled that sticker off and then just laid it on top of a piece of standard paper like this and traced it out and cut it out so I could get the shape. And then I just printed off my label, put that on top of that, traced it, and cut it out. And the same thing for the contact paper, but I just cut it a little bit bigger so when I stick the contact paper over, it would fully cover the regular paper, and then the edges would go over so that the water couldn't get underneath it. So that's basically what I did to create the labels. Okay, let me give you the lowdown about the Castile Soap. What's so good about it? It's great because it's a natural cleanser that lathers. If it's also inexpensive, it costs about 20 cents to make this. This is a 7.5 ounce bottle. And this will last longer than any of the others that I had shown, because I've tried to pump everything out and I stopped at 300 pumps. I just couldn't pump anymore. But with that being said, if you use about 4 pumps per wash, this can last you up anywhere from 1 to 2 months, depending on how often you shower during the day. Now, the drawback to this particular recipe, it says on the Dr. Bronner's website not to make the DIY and put it in a foam dispenser, because once all of the water evaporates, the fat kind of dries and cakes up. So what happens is when you pump this, it lathers out, and there's some of the oils that are still in the pump and the dispenser up here. When the water evaporates, it dries out, and so then when you go to pump, you can't pump it because it's clogged. So apparently the pumps get clogged after a while. What they do recommend is to just take the solution and put it in an actual bottle where you can just open it and pour it out, and that way you will not have any problem. So again, you're going to start off by rinsing everything off in the shower first, rinsing really well. Then you're going to take your solution, put your fingers in, ball up, and only wet the area that you're going to use. Don't try to saturate the entire washcloth. And you're just going to see it pumps out. You're going to squirt about 4 pumps on there, and then you would just put this on your vagina and wash your vaginal area, your vulva. After you finish that, you would rinse everything off really, really well and proceed with the same follow-up, procedures by putting on your coconut oil and your powders. Now, the one thing that I like to do is I wash with this for my lather, and then I kind of rinse off with this, and then rinse again with all plain water, and then follow up with the, the coconut oil and the powder. Now, here's a quick tip and a hack. None of these feminine washes will leave your vagina smelling like a bed of roses. So Again, these will knock out odor and your vagina will basically be odorless. It will be clean and odor free. So if you want to have like a nice fresh smell down there, here's what you do. Get your favorite fragrance, whether it is, perfume, whether it's body spray, right in up underneath your skirt, like on your inner thigh. You're just going to take a little squirt of your perfume and squirt it right there on the inner side of your thigh. And that way you'll have that fresh, smell, scent that you want, but you're not actually going to irritate the, vaginal region. And then also, if you do not want, if you have sensitive skin on your inner thighs, or you want your scent to last a little bit longer, take a little dab of petroleum jelly and put that on your thighs and spray this on top of it, so that way you have a barrier between your skin and your perfume. That'll make it last longer, and it also help with any irritation that you may have or experience with the perfumes that you are using. Also, we're running a Valentine's Day special on our Tommy's leak-proof period panties. Our theme is Love Her, period. These would be the perfect Valentine's Day gift for mothers to give to their daughters. Also great for men to give to their wives or significant others. Head on over to tommysonline.com to order a pair. Use the coupon code VDAY2017 to get your discount. And until next time, you flow, girl.